Now we can start with the introduction about Schneider Electric. Schneider is a global leader in energy management solutions. We have branches across the world, but the headquarters is in France. We have five branches in Africa, with Kenya, Ethiopia, Egypt, South Africa, and Nigeria. And we are very keen in sustainability. That is why you see we are very keen to bring you sustainable products. And right here is one of our flagship projects, Vilaya emergency solution, which is an emergency solution you can deploy to your remote sites. This is a solution that can operate at very rigid, very rugged terrains without any worry of or any dangers of fire or degradation to the environment. What you see here is a Vilaya home system, emergency solution rather. We are generating 8.5 kilowatts of power here. It's a system that can be upgraded to up to 65 kilowatts. We have an array of solar panels at the back that are fully retractable. And the space you see right here, of course moving this table, which is makeshift, is meant for those arrays of solar panels. So when you want to move this container to site, you simply fold up the panels, retract them to the container, close up your container, and deploy the same to site, and unfold the panels, put them somewhere, and you're up and running within no time. So the setup you see right here, once you generate your power at the back, at the moment the array is at the back, you get your charge here. This is called an MPPT, or a charge controller. What it does is that it protects your battery against overcharging and thus compromising the integrity of your battery. The charge will then flow to your inverter charger, of course through the bus bar you see right here and the breaker for protection. And the charge controller then will push the power to your inverter, which will then supply to your load and then supply to your battery as well. It means you can always use the inverter without the battery, say during daytime, because it's directly parallel to the battery. The battery is there for storage when you have no means. So ideally, this is a very good battery. It will operate at very high temperatures without any risk of fire, without any risk of explosion. It's a very good innovation. It's a battery made of sodium nickel. Ideally, it's made from salt. And to get it working, you have to heat it up to a certain temperature to get it molten, to be able to give you charge as well as to store charge. If it stays for too long without charge or without use, it will then solidify, make it very safe for storage. Okay. So currently, what you see right here is a system that you're able to monitor remotely through our EcoStructure system. We have a PLC inside this box. The PLC will monitor everything in this installation. And you have your gateway right here, which is your link to the installation. You're able to monitor your installation remotely at any location in the world through our EcoStructure for building services. You stored on cloud. You're able to monitor, and to some extent you're able to control the parameters, switch off, switch on the system from a very remote site. All right. If time allows, I can take you to the back. You see the array of solar panels. So what you see right here are solar PV modules. This is what is generating power to that container right there. The Vilaya emergency unit is generating 8.5 kilowatts of power. It's a 48 volt system. So you'll notice some of these panels are connected in series and then in parallel for some to generate a voltage of 48 volts to supply to the 8.5 kilowatt system. You'll notice there's no other source of power around. The container is actually running independent on solar. All right. This is just one of our solutions, power solutions we provide at Schneider Electric. But we have many more solutions. We can modify the system to fit your power requirements. And it doesn't have to be an emergency solution. This is emergency for the simple reason that you're able to deploy it at a very quick response time to any site. But we can have this kind of system installed at your own premises without necessarily having to have the panels retractable or having to load the system in a container. We can simply go to your site, design a good system to run your power requirements, and you'll be up and running without any extra charge on power bills. And this is the way we are going. We are going green energy. The world over, as we try to run away from fossil fuels, which will eventually degrade our environment.
It's a submersible pump, a solar-powered submersible pump. It uses solar power or energy to power that pump, then the pump pumps water. So the water just the one that gets in, the one that's being pumped. So you can this typically a well pump. Yeah, you can have maybe a 20-foot well, or even a transfer pump from a lower tank to an elevated tank. So you can install this anywhere, maybe on the roof or somewhere. Then you have this DC switch. The DC switch is basically, if you want to maybe stop pumping, you just switch it off, then the pumping stops. So it's just an on and off DC switch to control the pumping. If you need to stop it, just stop it. Or you put it on. So long as there's sufficient light, it will always be pumping. So there are different sizes of this solar pump. So this is the smallest that you have. Yeah. It's around a complete system costs around 60,000.
So this size?
Yeah, this size plus the panels and all that connection using, and also the cables. Yeah.
So it only pumps during the day?
It only pumps during the day. Yeah. So you can utilize this during the day if you need to pump, because it will just use the solar energy to pump. So just pump to maybe an elevated tank from a ground level tank or underground tank, an elevated tank, or even from a well. So you just connect that pump to the normal PPR green pipe, then to this solar and the cable going down there with the pump, then it will just pump water.
Okay, and let's say you are someone who pumps water 24 hours. Is there a way that they can install a battery?
There's a option for battery, yeah, but not with this pump. There's another one that has the battery option, so that you can pump at night. So as you are pumping, it's also charging the batteries. So you can have the battery option, but again, in most cases, if you can store as much water as possible during the day, the better. Yeah, so that you use it during the day as you pump and again at night. So the bigger the storage, the better. It's more cost effective than having the battery option. Yeah. So you can utilize during the day to pump, then you store and use later. Yeah.
And the capacity, maybe in
This
terms
does,
of
this does around 600 to 700 liters per hour. Yeah. So if you have a 5,000 liter tank, it will take like almost the whole day to fill. Yeah. So it does around 700, averagely 700 liters per hour. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Eric. I'm the electrical engineer for Quad Mobility. Our mainstream product is the electric bicycle. You have your own bicycle, you can convert your own bicycle to an electrical one. We also have e-bike conversion kits. If you have your own bicycle, we can convert your bicycle to an electrical hybrid one. And they have a mileage of between 60 to 120 kilometers, depending on the level of pedal assist you put in.